Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of our brand new Jedi Fallen Order series. As you know, last episode what we went ahead and did the starter mission and went to Bogano. So now what we're going to be doing is heading to Dathomir and obviously Zeffo. We're going to start off today's episode by doing a bit of lightsaber customization. We're going to go for the orange saber. I do love the orange, and obviously there isn't a canon one, but there is one in Legends. So let's make it canon. And then what we went ahead and did was the most normal thing I think anyone would do after a first episode and doing the Bogano mission. It wasn't head to Dathomir and get the double-bladed saber, but that's what I did anyway. I think I died about 50 times trying to get this, but it was well worth it. Plus, the double-bladed saber is really good for doing stuff like throwing, and obviously stuff like the whirlwind throw, which we will eventually unlock. I already have. I'm a bit ahead of you guys, but I already have unlocked it. So here we are on our first planet, other than Bogano, and obviously the first mission. It is Zeffo, and, well, other than Dathomir, but Dathomir so far wasn't a part of the story. It only comes in, I think, about a couple missions in. I'd say a couple, it's probably about 6, but this is probably one of my favourite planets to explore. And this will be one of the first for me to 100% because it was, honestly, it just felt more like an exploring place. Although to get back to the Mantis is a pain, and I think it is on every single map. The map system in this game isn't the best, and I do think they definitely need to upgrade that in the sequel. But the animations in this are amazing, plus with the new double-bladed lightsaber is brilliant. I do sometimes use the single blade, just sometimes for different moves and all that, obviously. Like the overhead slash, you have to use the single blade. But we also did get these turbines, which you do actually have to slow midway, which was definitely pretty cool and different to what everything so far. Obviously, we haven't really unlocked any skills. I actually don't think we have unlocked any yet. I believe we only have the slow, so we haven't unlocked out like the push, pull, or the freeze, I believe is actually one. I can't remember. I know there's a fourth one, but I can't remember exactly what it is. But we did also get an echo, and obviously I'm going to be getting these as much as I can throughout the playthrough. Other than that, we did actually meet up with a new guy, and this is a heavy assault trooper. Do not like him, mainly because he has a shield and a very fast gun. My blocking stamina at this point was not good. So, yeah, that was annoying. I did also run into this, which I couldn't figure out how to do. I eventually did, luckily, but it was very annoying at the start, and I just hated it. I think I still do, to be honest. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out until this point. But, other than that, we did eventually go into some, like, tombs and, not tombs, some caves, but this is actually the tomb of, I believe it is Mictril. I've forgotten which one it is because there is 2. But we did go ahead, jump into this room, fight some enemies, obviously. I have got a lot better at combat, and I do think I might want to up the difficulty at this point, but I still am not the greatest. And obviously I'm only in it for the story more than I'm in it for the combat. Obviously the combat is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. We did also run into this guy, which we had to well, just defeat. Obviously I had it on a low difficulty, so this guy was easily defeated. We did also have to get to some puzzles, put some balls into some like circle areas, I guess, and that's pretty much all that part was. Although we did have to do this, and I actually found this pretty fun. Yeah, I hated that part. But we did eventually get into this room, which I think it took me about 20 minutes to figure out how to do this. But it turns out you can jump further with the wind behind you. I didn't know that, but now I do, and it's going to be a lot easier for when I come back to Zeffos trying to explore some places. Took down that guy, which was pretty easy at this point. But we did also have to go across that, which also brings you up further, which is another good thing that I was able to learn. Now, we did eventually get to this part which is one of our first flashbacks. I think it is our first flashback to, as you guys know, the Order 66 stuff and Cal's training. But we didn't get to there yet. We had to walk down a black and white path till we got to this point, which was where we was starting to learn Force Push, which was definitely good.
The Force is there to shield us. The obstacles in your path define the path. What stands in the way becomes the way. Now, try again. Try again. Keep your eye on the ball.
So we've learned Force Push, but there is another cutscene, so I will make sure that I stay quiet.
Did it.
My friend, take a look at the detail on this bark. The distinctive striations. It can only be a Rocha tree from Kashyyyk. It's time to call on an old friend. If the Zeffo had contact with Kashyyyk, there is a good chance Chieftain Tarful will know about it.
So now we know we need to go to Kashyyyk. The problem is getting out. So I think this place took me the whole map. So this was about 10 minutes of footage, but in reality, I think it took me about an hour and a half, Zeffo, because it was so damn annoying. Seriously, some of you may not realise, but this place is annoying, very annoying. So I don't like it. I still don't. I like the on top area. I think it's a very confusing. The map system in this game just isn't the greatest, and I think that is a downside of the game. But other than that, it is amazing. It is a bit complicated, I will admit, but if you get your hang of it and know what YouTube is, then yeah, you can play this game easily. But we did eventually, the Force Push came in very handy, obviously. I did roll this thing down, but I don't actually know where this went, or what it did. So we'll have to do a bit of exploring one day. I'll do separate videos for that, 100% exploring Kashyyyk and 100% exploring somewhere else, for everywhere.
They were old friends.
Think he's still around?
There's only one way to find out. We have to go to Kashyyyk.
I did obviously find some more places. One of them was a Force Echo, and obviously I went ahead and did that for the 100% exploring things. I think the highest I've got one to is 72%. But what we also did find is a hardware bench, which was brilliant.
Scomplink? Yeah, you're right. I think I could replace yours with this. Let's get you fixed up. How's that?
Nice work out there, kid. Hey, you got some real moves on you. Just tell me that this visit wasn't for nothing.
I found the tomb of a Zeffo sage. They definitely used the Force.
An advanced civilization of Force wielders who mysteriously vanished. No wonder Master Cordova became so obsessed with them. What else did you find?
Before they disappeared, the Zeffo journeyed to the planet Kashyyyk.
Oh,
Cordova had a Wookiee friend named Tarful. Maybe we can find him.
Kashyyyk, look, things are really bad down there. The Empire's muscling in on those Wookiees big time.
Then we better get ready for a fight.
I think this lifestyle suits you. Fighting that walker seems to have made you more confident. So, how are you holding up?
I mean, with the Force?
Yes, with the Force. I know you said it could be overwhelming.
Haven't gotten myself killed yet. Rather not talk about it.
Yeah, well, I understand. More than you realize.
Why'd you choose to stop using the Force?
When the Purge started, and our clone troops turned against us, my Padawan and I took several younglings and we went into hiding. But we didn't last long. Imperial Patrol was about to discover our location, so I tried to lure them away from my Padawan Trilla. She stayed behind with the younglings, but they caught me. And they tortured me. They wanted to know about the others and how many were left, but mostly they wanted to know about Cordova and where he went.
But you escaped.
Yeah. It was a prison riot. I saw my opportunity and I took it. But they almost broke me.
Now, seeing that we have the double-bladed lightsaber now, I went ahead, did some designing. Do not worry, I did not go for the gold. I actually ended up going for a fully black lightsaber, because I think it does suit my orange. I have changed it a lot throughout the playthrough. The one thing I haven't really changed is the poncho, because I haven't really got any more designs that I like, and I think a couple episodes and we will change it again, because I'm getting quite bored of the white and blue, although it is the nicest looking one there is. So I'm going to keep with it for now and change it later.
Oh, tell me we're not running that blockade.
Oh, only as a last resort. I've rigged the Mantis' transponder to transmit Imperial signals. Hey, Grease.
Yeah,
Keep your power signature low and act like we belong.
just like Braca. No sweat. I don't need another set of hands. Just please keep your eye on the scanner.
All right.
Please.
All right.
All right.
I don't see anything.
You're preoccupied with something on the ground. We're clear.
That doesn't look good.
The Empire is devouring Kashyyyk for its natural resources. Wookiees have been enslaved or displaced.
That was a close one, kid. Aren't you supposed to be watching the monitors?
Guerrilla fighters, Wookiees and off-worlders ambushing an Imperial convoy.
Walkers approaching their position.
Tarful could be with them.
Awful could be anywhere, like deep in the ground, like we're gonna be if we get caught up in that battle down there.
We don't have any other options, and they'll die without our help.
So what's your plan?
Sabotage. We used to scrap walkers on Braca. I'll just jack one.
Get a load of the kid. He thinks we're back in the Clone Wars.
Captain, get us near those walkers.
Wait, what?
Listen, those walkers double as troop transport, so once you get inside, be careful.
No freeze grease to work his magic.
Hey, do me a favor. Stay alive down there.
I'll add it to the plan.
Right, if you're jumping, you better do it now, kid.
You ready for a swim, BD?
So here we are on Kashyyyk. As you may notice, there is only 1 minute left in the video, and that's because Kashyyyk is going to have to be continued next episode. But mainly because I don't want the episode to run too long, and I want to keep you guys entertained. But Kashyyyk is a very cool map. I think it is, but I don't like it because there's spiders in the map. In case you don't know, I don't like spiders. They have more than one leg, and 2 legs, sorry, and have more than 2 eyes, so no for me. But we did eventually get rid of the AT-AT, I don't call it an AT-AT, and we ran into someone you may know from Star Wars Rebels, which is a pretty decent show, but like not as good as Clone Wars. As you can see, wait for it. We should come in any second now. This AT-AT was actually very fun to steal, by the way. Really cool. But here he is. I'm guessing right now. Yep. Here he is. So, yeah, he's in a couple episodes of Rebels. I'm surprised he was able to make a cameo. I think it was pretty cool I made him. But anyway, that has been it for today's episode on Jedi Fallen Order. Do hope you guys enjoyed. This has been very fun to record so far, and obviously I'm recording at the same time of uploading these. I'm very far ahead of the YouTube, so yeah. And also, of course, we have to end it with a spider jump attack. I freaked out at this part. This was just crazy. But anyway, do enjoy. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.